Each and every Monday is $9 Monday at WagerTalk.com, and all daily picks packages are priced at only $9, including 5% best bets normally priced at $35. As an added bonus, any picks packages loaded early for Overnight Tuesday or action during the week will also be priced at $9 until midnight on Monday. So make sure to take advantage of getting these $25 and $35 picks for only $9 before the clock strikes 12 and they return to regular price.
Hey guys, welcome in on a very happy new year to you. It is time to talk 2022 NBA basketball. Full slate tonight on the card. We're going to see if we can't start this year off right and make a few bucks here tonight in the association. And we brought the A-team in here to do it here on a Monday, including the prop god himself, Mr. Andy Lang. Straight from shoveling his driveway, we've got Steve Merrill back in the house, and that is not a prop joke. That is, I'm sure there's a shovel coming out at some point here during the show. And Swiss Miss himself, Kevin Dolan, back in the house for you guys for a new year and a new edition of the NBA Tip-Off Show. So, gentlemen, welcome in. Happy New Year. Andy Lang, how was the weekend, my friend? And more importantly, $9 Monday at Wager Talk. What do you got up there for us?
Well, we keep rolling in the NBA, plus 53 units since December 21st, so it's been quite the roll. I'd like to think it could last, but we know it's not going to last. But while I'm hot, let's keep rolling. So $9 Monday, we got our play of the day. We're 11-4 in our last 15 plays of the day. So that is up on Wager Talk, and all those player props and spreads and all the plays we have will be attached to that. So I will upload those when we're about an hour away from tip-off just to make sure we don't have any last-second cancellations or COVID issues, but NBA just continues to be amazing. And golf starts this week. It's the sport that brought me to Wager Talk, and 2022 season is back on. So very, very excited about that. We got a special promo for that on the profile page, but really got my sights set on a really, really good profitable NBA card tonight.
All right, good stuff there, guys. Continuing to rock and roll, profiting left and right, as is Steve Merrill in the house here today. Steve, hope it hasn't snowed too much in your parts, but welcome in. And what do you got locked and loaded here now for $9 on Monday?
Yeah, that's right. $9 Monday, a big discount for the Monday night football game, Browns Steelers, and also NBA Moneymaker, a late night NBA best bet as well for $9 Monday. Great start to 2022, guys. 6-2, 75% this past weekend. Going to keep it going tonight. Steve Merrill, WagerTalk.com. And last chance, it expires tomorrow. Actually expires tonight at midnight. Today's the 3rd. Half price for a full month of college and pro hoops. Last chance to use this promo code HOOPS179, HOOPS 179. HOOPS 179 gets both college and pro 30 days, half price. Steve Merrill, WagerTalk.com.
All right, good stuff. It wouldn't be Merrill if we weren't doing math somewhere along the line. And Kevin Dolan back in action here. Kev, how was the weekend going? You continue to rock and roll in the NBA, man. What do you got locked and loaded tonight here on $9 Monday?
Yeah, all good, Joe. Rolling along nicely in the NBA right now. Actually had a rare loss on Saturday. I had the Pelicans plus the points against Milwaukee. Don't know if anyone's seen that game, but absolutely unreal shooting from the Bucks in that one. Almost 55% from the floor, 50% from the perimeter. So it was always going to be an uphill battle in that one. But that was just our 25th loss over our last 73 in NBA sides, so it's definitely been a highly profitable run, over the last few months. And we're right back at it again tonight. Got a 4% NBA 2-pack loaded for Monday. Looking forward to that. Two really, really good spots circled on the card. And today is also the final day of our half-price January discount offer as well. Knocks a full 30-day all-access pass down to less than half price. So make sure and take advantage of that as it expires at midnight tonight as well. So, be on that, Joe. Always ready to talk some NBA, obviously.
Yeah, love it, man. And it's a big card here tonight, finally. And we'll do our best to get you updated here. We're just a couple of minutes away from the 4:30 Eastern Time NBA injury report. We'll let you know if there's anything new there. But we will start with our contrarian play of the day. It hit on Friday, last day of the year there. Was fun with 12.5 for the T-Wolves, getting it covered barely by the Utah Jazz. But tonight, We're going to look at the team right down the road for me, only they're on the other side of the country right now. How about the Miami Heat getting 11 here tonight against the Golden State Warrior? Now, at the 3:30 injury report, nothing listed or submitted yet for the Miami Heat, but Lowry, Butler, Tyler Hero, all back in action for the Miami Heat, it appears, here tonight is what they are saying. And they've been back, the last couple of days as well, although it hasn't gone great for them as they're 1-1 straight up and against the number. That loss to Sacramento last night, not great, but it's going to take a little while, I think, to get back in the swing of it there, Andy Lang. It feels like this number is just way too inflated here with this Golden State Warriors team. Are you willing to back the Miami Heat with the contrarian gods here tonight?
Yeah, both teams have just, the lineups have looked different every night for a while. So, when you kind of have that uncertainty, yeah, I love a big number like this. Jimmy Butler's back. Some of these big pieces are, and Miami's been putting up a lot of points. So you get a team that can score, and you're going to start off with 11 points. Yeah, I would totally agree with taking the 11 points. A couple plays in this game I like. Non-prop related, I really like the over. Right now I'm seeing 215.5. Last 3 Miami games, they've been score fest, 228, 230, and 231. Miami, most overs this season in the NBA. They're 4-1 to the over their last 5. Add to that, they're 7-3 on the road in their last 10 games. And with Draymond returning, it's setting up for Golden State to score a lot. I think that really opens up the offense. Wiggins and Poole are going to be there with Steph. The Heat can put up points. They've scored 113 or more in 5 out of 6. I expect a lot of offense tonight. So I really like the over. Speaking of Draymond, here's a sneaky prop that I like for this one. I'm actually going to take his under 24.5 points, rebounds, and assists. This is his first game back since Christmas, and he was playing upwards of 33, 34 minutes. We've seen some of these guys return, and I'm just not quite sure he's going to get his full workload tonight in his first game back. We've seen some of these guys who normally played 30 minutes. They're down to 25 or 20. So I think he's going to be an integral part of the offense and the defense. But as far as stats-wise, I think this is just a little bit inflated with everyone back for Golden State. So prop-wise, I'd look at Draymond Green under 24.5 points, rebounds, and assists.
So it's interesting to watch the market go so hard against Miami in this one, Steve. We talked about a Golden State game last week against Denver, in which Denver in Golden State was getting 7.5, and Denver won outright. So is the Miami Heat with Lowry, Butler, and Hero 4 points worse than Denver in this spot? What do you think of this game?
Yeah, and it opened 9s and now it's 11. So it looks like a little bit of an overreaction. There has been some sharp money on the under. Looking at some of the leading indicator books, they're at 216, 16.5 now, where the rest of the market still got some 217s out there. So that is something to keep an eye on. But I would bless the contrarian big dog here. And it's also a sandwich spot for Golden State. I actually had a strong best bet on the Warriors Saturday night for my clients at WagerTalk.com, an outright underdog winner against the Jazz, as they did bounce back as expected after that Nuggets loss that you mentioned. But they also have a look ahead at Dallas in a couple nights. So this is a 1-game home game sandwich between 2 big road games at Utah and Dallas. So even if Golden State wins this one, they might not necessarily win by more than 11. So I think Miami is a live double-digit dog in this one.
All right, Miami, contrarian play here. Kevin Dolan, talk to me here. You think a little bit of an overreaction here, fading Miami as hard as the market is?
It's a bit of a puzzler, Joe, because, Steve touched on it there in terms of schedule. And, this scheduling situation for Golden State right now, they had a game postponed against Denver last week. Then they go on the road against Dallas, back home tonight against the Heat, go on a 2-game road spin yet again on Wednesday. Then they're back home for a single game before going on the road yet again. So, they're all over the shop right now, the Warriors, in terms of travel. And it's shown in the record, 5-4-1 against the spread over the last 10. So it has been pretty erratic for them in terms of being able to cover. The return of Draymond Green should be big for them, obviously, here. I do like the Miami side. A bit concerned about Bam still being out, obviously, but it's a tough one. Lean Miami, obviously, but it's a game that I'll definitely be watching instead of betting.
So I will say this, the 4:30 report just came out. Tyler Hero, Jimmy Butler, Kyle Lowry, not on the list, and P.J. Tucker is now questionable. for the Miami Heat. So obviously they too are getting a little healthier here, but it does appear the gang, for the most part, is back at it here tonight, which is why we are taking a look at the Miami Heat getting 11 against the Golden State Warriors as our contrarian play of the day. All right, let's move on to one of our featured matchups here tonight, guys. And this should be interesting, huh? How about the Memphis Grizzlies taking on the Brooklyn Nets, the losing streak Brooklyn Nets? Just can't beat the troll. Awful. -7 as an opening number in this one. That's what Brooklyn was laying, maybe down to 6, somewhere in that ballpark there. 226.5. What else can you say? I mean, Memphis has been pretty good, but they are also dealing with COVID issues. It looks like Dillon Brooks, DeAnthony Melton's still out. Kyle Anderson also out now. So what do you think here? Any value in backing the dog here in Andy, or give me some props here? Do you like in this as well?
Yeah, Kyle Anderson out. So they're going to have to figure out a way to replace those 4 points. No, I will not be playing Kyle Anderson overs anytime soon. No, I looked at this game a lot. We get the schedule sent out, and I looked at it, and finally I just came to the conclusion to not overthink it. What we're seeing from Brooklyn, we're seeing Mills and Aldridge, they're starting to tail off a little bit in their production. So I'm going to go with James Harden over 26.5 points. He just keeps scoring a lot. He's had 33 or more in 4 straight games. And he's made 13 or more free throws in 3 out of 4 games. So early in the season, when he was maybe struggling to figure out the new officiating ways, it seems like he might be figuring that out more. And then why not just go with Kevin Durant over his points? It's 30.5. This guy's had 30 points or more in 5 out of 6 games. The last game he didn't go over this total was against Clippers, and he had 28 points. This team is just back to it's all Harden and it's all Durant, and their supporting role just struggles. And these guys have been carrying this team. They're going to continue to do it. They're getting Irving back, which I'll be interested to see. But for now, it's probably just going to be the Harden and Durant show. I'm not going to overthink it. I'm just going to take those guys to each have big games tonight with their points.
8.1 points a game for Anderson, by the way. Get it right.
Sorry.
All right, talk to me.
Sorry.
Yeah, and you're still fading this shit going under. Talk to me here, Steve Merrill. What do you think here, man? I mean, Durant was less than enthused. Is that the right way to say less than enthused with the team's effort there last game? Defensively, they're not playing any, which is why they've lost here. So you like them to bounce back in the spot against Memphis tonight?
Yeah, I mean, whenever you get a Class A team in a focused spot off, 1 or 2 losses, it catches my attention. And I do think Brooklyn is still considered a Class A team. They were 23-9 until those back-to-back losses that you just referenced, and now they're 23-11. So normally that is a focused spot, and they've had a day off here to regroup. But I think the over is actually the safest play. This line's 6.5. I'd probably lean Brooklyn for that reason. But Memphis likes to play fast. I think Brooklyn likes to play that way when they get the chance. And Memphis has not been shooting the ball too well, but they're still scoring triple digits every game just because they play so darn fast. So I like the over in this one, and we've seen some sharp money on the over as well. It opened 226.5, as you mentioned, Joe. It's now up to 228.5. You even see a 229 starting to pop at some locations. So over 228.5 would be my recommendation between the Grizzlies and Nets.
All right, leaning towards the over. LaMarcus Aldridge also questionable now here in this game tonight for Brooklyn. For the most part, they are healthy here, Kevin Dolan. So what do you think? How are you looking at this one? Brooklyn to bounce back, or Memphis here to get the upset?
Well, I mean, it is the first losing streak of the season for Brooklyn right now. So, you'd have to imagine we see a best effort from the Nets later tonight, especially on home court. Saying that, though, I'm just not sure I can trust the Nets in the full game line here. Gave up 40 points in the fourth quarter against the Clippers last time out. Gave up 33 against the Lakers a few games before. And the Nets' fourth quarter opponent points allowed has actually shot up over recent games to almost 6 points higher than their season average. So, this is potentially, game of the night stuff, obviously, between these two. Grizzlies red hot right now as well since the end of November, 14-4 run over the last 18. But, like I said, you've got to imagine we'll see a best effort from Brooklyn tonight after dropping those last 2 games. Brooklyn, for me, on the first half line here is the play that I like, -3.5. At least if there's any more fourth quarter shenanigans going on with the Nets, it won't affect the first half tickets. So, Brooklyn for me, -3.5 in the first half line for me tonight.
All right, there you go, guys. Should be a fun game here. We'll move to our overtime matchup. Well, we'll take a look and focus on a total. And is there any more fun in the NBA tonight than these two teams going at it? 285 points is what is expected. I'm only kidding. The Charlotte Hornets taking on, it might as well be because neither are going to play defense, the Washington Wizards here with a opening of 228.5. I am seeing 233s now in the marketplace as neither of these two teams are going to play defense. Who are we kidding here? So, Andy, talk to us with a total this high. Give me some of the props we're looking at in this one.
Yeah, sure. First, I want to give one that it's an under, and I'll play it tonight, but this is more of an under for people to look at this guy and play this over the next 3 or 4 games. And this is Daniel Gafford, under 11.5 rebounds plus assists. And the reason I say you're going to play this for a few games is it's plus money, and he's gone under this total in 13 out of his last 15 games. So this is one of those where you just kind of invest over the next couple weeks and hope that you come out, at this total. 13 out of 15 is a lot, especially when you're getting it at plus money. It's plus money tonight because Charlotte is horrible about giving up rebounds to center. So, tread a little bit carefully with this one. But he's been doing good shooting the ball, but not in rebounds and assists. So play that one over the next week or two. And, of course, we do have to take an over. Just about everybody's list is an over. I guess I would warn people that the Hornets have a lot of guys that can play. And when you have stats that can be spread out over a lot of people, some of these overs might come up just a little bit short. So I'm not going to look at Charlotte Hornets overs. I'm actually going to go to Kyle Kuzma over 18.5 points. He's been shooting the ball well. He's 31 of 58 from the field the last 3 games. He's 22, 25, and 29 points. Charlotte, off of that back-to-back, limited roster. And Beal and Kuzma have basically had to be doing most of the scoring. So I feel like 18.5 is low in a game that's going to be high-paced and a lot of scoring. So I would expect Kuzma to get over the 20-point mark, and that's my favorite prop in this one.
So we watched Charlotte give up, $130, I think it was, 133 to Phoenix last night. So that defense on full display there, Steve Merrill. We know Washington ain't going to play. They do have some COVID issues, I think, right? Dinwiddie and Montrezl Harrell still out. But if it's one thing they've been able to do, it's score points. No defense, but at least they've been able to score points. So talk to me here about this game tonight. Is it over or not for you even at 233?
It would be over or not for me, but I'm not sure I'd get involved with this line move of several points, as you said. And keep in mind, the Charlotte Hornets had gone over 10 out of 11 games since late November. And then all of a sudden, the last 5, they've gone under. So we've seen a reversal, and we've definitely seen the market catch up. After 10 out of 11 overs, they're 0-5 to the under the last 5 games. Now, they're still playing fast, and the game with Phoenix yesterday would have gone over. They gave up 133 points, gave up 103 shot attempts. The only reason it stayed under by a basket is because Charlotte only scored 99 points. I think they get to the triple digits tonight against that bad Washington defense, as you mentioned. And Andy brought up a good point about a very deep roster. So playing with back-to-back or no rest, back-to-back night situation shouldn't hurt Charlotte as much as it might hurt other teams. So it would be over or pass for me. But as I said, Charlotte has gone under 5 straight. And with this 3-point line move from the opener, it doesn't look like there's much value left.
All right. Talk to me here, Kevin Dolan. What do you think here? It's a lot of points, but not going to be a lot of defense. Over or not for you in this one?
Well, I swear every damn time I'm on this show, the Hornets are the ones always to pop up on this segment. It's no surprise, obviously. Look, we all know about this team. Worst opponent scoring average, worst opponent points from 3-pointers, worst opponent fast break efficiency on the road, worst opponent rebounding percentage. The list goes on and on for this team. But, saying all that, the Hornets, Steve touched on it in terms of the over-under, but they've actually got a little better. You can't get any worse, so there's always that. On the backcourt, they've jumped from 29th to 12th on defensive efficiency over the last 3 starts. They're giving up 3.2 points per game less on average to opponents over that same stretch. And they're going up against the Washington Wizards team that I thought actually played quite well on defense against the Bulls. Washington continually, pushed Chicago, shoot from outside in that game, allowed the Bulls just 30 total points from inside the paint in that one. Really low number, obviously. And the only bad thing for Washington in that game was the fact that the Bulls, were so hot from outside, nailed 17 of 34 from outside the perimeter. So I'm actually going to lean towards the under in this one. Washington have slowed down over recent games as well. They've averaged less than 100 possessions per game over the last 3 starts. So I think we see both teams come in under the total in this one later tonight.
All right, going the other way. Love it. Fading the market, going under in that one tonight with Charlotte and Washington. All right, it is time to bring the dogs in, Robert. Let's see what we got here tonight.
That's my dog. That's my dog. That's my dog. That's my dog. And anybody got to say anything, you let me know. That's my dog.
All right, let's check it out. Who do we got today? Good thing Rob Vino's not on the show. You guys can read this. We've got Rockets. Boy, what a shocker that is. We got the Hornets. We got the Grizz. We got Detroit, shocker. Magic, shocker. Pelicans, even bigger shocker. The Denver Nuggets, the Portland Trailblazers, the Miami Heat we talked about, and the Minnesota Timberwolves. A lot of different ways to go grab a dog here tonight. Andy, tell us which one of these you're going to make your dog.
Well, anytime you have a chance to bet on the Detroit Pistons, you got to fire away. So I'll go with the Pistons plus 16.
Nice.
They've actually covered they've kept it to within 16 in 8 out of 9 games. That's the nicest thing I can say. Milwaukee has really been trouncing teams pretty bad. Middleton's questionable, and I guess the biggest thing for me is Cade Cunningham and Killian Hayes are back tonight. So Detroit is actually going to have guards to play. That's going to be something very new for them, and I think it might add some extra juice to the team. And interestingly, Diallo and Sadiq Bey, I mean, their points have just been insane since all these COVID issues for the team. So they've been playing with a lot of confidence. They've been shooting the ball a ton, and maybe add some guards there and a little bit of garbage time, and I think the Pistons keep it closer than 16. So give me Detroit.
Yes, Sadiq Bey, the kid is a monster for Detroit here, and Cunningham is back. So there you got it. Give him the 16 points with the Pistons. How about it, Merrill? Which one of these are you willing to make your dog tonight?
Yeah, there's a lot of dogs there, and I would have liked to have done the game we didn't talk about, but I just couldn't find one. So I'm going to go back to the contrarian play with the Miami Heat as my dog. Miami's 9-3 straight up their last 12. The 3 losses have all been by 11 points or less. And as we touched upon earlier, the Warriors are not in a good scheduling spot. I had a strong best bet on Golden State. I like the spot against Utah, bouncing back off that Denver favorite loss. But now it's a bad spot for Golden State. They come off a straight-up dog win at Utah, single home game tonight, and then they're at Dallas and New Orleans the next couple games. So we'll play against the double-digit favorite, which I think is in a somewhat of a flat spot, and we'll take a quality dog that's 9-3 straight up their last 12 with no loss by more than 11 points. So Miami Heat plus 11, maybe sprinkle a teeny bit on the money line. I think there's some upset potential there.
Love it. Love the way you're working with that. Give them the Miami Heat getting 11 here tonight. Kevin Dolan. A lot of ways to go here, and your favorites are on the board. I see Magic. I got Pelican. Where are you going here tonight, Dolan?
I know I was absolutely salivating at this board, Joe. So I'm going to get greedy tonight. I'm going to take 2 dogs here. I use a points kind of tally system on my handicap, and I assign points to various factors. And these 2 actually ended up dead even on my card. So I'm going to take both, and I'm going to take the Houston Rockets. I know Robert's happy. And my personal favorite team, the Orlando Magic tonight, plus 14. I think we're seeing too many points assigned to both teams tonight, in all honesty. I love looking towards sub 500 road teams, who've been poor against the spread over recent games in general anyway. Books tend to over-adjust by that bit extra in those type of spots. And, on top of this, we've got the added factor of Philadelphia returning home after 3 straight road wins. That's a nice wee spot for Houston tonight. Plus Orlando getting embarrassed against Chicago on home court back at the end of November, by the Bulls. That was a 35-point smackdown in that one. So I like both spots here for the big double-digit road dogs tonight. And, I'm going to take both Houston and Orlando as my dog plays the night for Monday.
You let me tell you how bad it is. When Robert is buzzing somebody for actually backing the Houston Rockets, You know you in Schitt's Creek right there. My goodness, man. He busts your ass for picking them. Oh, that's unbelievable. All right, guys, it is time for best bets. 60 seconds on the clock. You guys do whatever the hell you want with it as long as you give us a best bet. So, Andy, start us off here, man. 60 seconds on the clock. Where are you going tonight?
I'm going to go to a player prop in the Hawks game. Just want to let everyone know we got a $9 play of the day that is up on WagerTalk.com, plus 55 units the last 12 days, and a plus 71 units in NBA player props since November 18th. And like I mentioned earlier, golf starts up this week. We got a special $399 to get you the rest of the PGA 2022 season. And included with that will be all of my NASCAR plays. Those are the two sports that got me to WagerTalk. So I really encourage everyone to invest in those. For the play tonight, I got to go with Clint Capella over 30.5 points, rebounds, and assists. This is a fade on Portland without Nurkic. They've just been getting destroyed inside. Lakers played without a center. LeBron did whatever he wanted to. Against Utah, Gobert and Whiteside combined for 37 points and 25 rebounds. Against Dallas, Porzingis went for 34 and 7. So Capella's in a great spot. He's the only center for Atlanta. He's been really good his last two games. He's gone for 18, 15, and 3 against Chicago. 18 and 23 and 2 against Cleveland. Look for Capella to have a big game tonight.
All right, going with Clint here. I love it. All right, Steve Merrill, grab your shovel. 60 seconds on the clock here. Where are you going tonight? Best bet.
Yeah, it's been a great start to 2022. 6-2, 75% start to the new year. We're going to keep it going with two best bets for Monday night. $9 Monday at WagerTalk.com. I've got Monday Night Football and also an NBA moneymaker on the late West Coast card, both for $9. WagerTalk.com. A quick reminder, last chance. It expires tonight at midnight to get a full 30 days of my number one ranked college basketball plus the NBA included for free. It's a 2-for-1 special. 30 days college and pro hoops for just $179 with promo code HOOPS179. Steve Merrill, WagerTalk.com. Let's look at the Utah Jazz tonight on Monday. Goes at 8 o'clock Eastern. Whenever I get a Class A team off a bad loss as a road favorite, it's one of my favorite angles in the NBA for decades. It applies tonight to the Utah Jazz minus the 9.5. 14-2. Now they're 14-3. Their last 17 after losing against the Warriors. I like the Warriors on Saturday. It was a strong best bet for my clients. I thought it was a bad spot for Utah. It's now a good spot for Utah. Last time they lost to the Pelicans in November, they beat them by 22 the next night. They beat up on a bad New Orleans team. Utah Jazz minus 9.5 goes at 8 p.m. Eastern Monday night.
All right, good stuff there. Also, Brandon Ingram, questionable in that one. Valanciunas is ready to go, apparently, for the New Orleans Pelicans. All right, Kevin Dolan, come on, man. 60 seconds on the clock. Tell me you're going Pelicans. Come on, man. Where are you going tonight? 60 seconds. Go.
I'm going to have to disappoint you, Joe. I like Minnesota tonight. Yeah, I like Minnesota tonight. I actually said that at a plus 3.5. I think it might have went down to plus 2.5 now. But still, whatever. Maybe we do best bet at the start of shows instead of the end. But I've been impressed with how the Timberwolves looked over recent games. You know, they were leading against Utah heading into the fourth quarter on Friday. I had them in that game plus 12, got the push in what really should have been a win if I had waited for the plus 12.5. Anyway, I digress. They were leading with only 8 minutes left against the Lakers last night as well before tailing off late. So they are a team who, while they fell off late in games, have nevertheless been impressed, you know, with how they've played. This Wolves rebound production has been immense over recent games. You know, 41 total rebounds against the Jazz, 56 total rebounds against the Lakers as well. And they're going up against a team tonight in the Clippers who ranked bottom in the league this season, overall opponent offensive rebounds per game this year, with the Clippers giving up 11.9 offensive rebounds per game on average. The Clippers also ranked 25th in opponent defensive rebounds as well this season. So I think Minnesota can make some hay tonight while the sun's shining. I think they cover the spread win outright.
All right, good stuff there. Love it. Get it done. And, of course, we've got a recap for you guys. Let's go with it. Right now, Andy Lang, his dog, the Detroit Pistons, baby. Plus 16 somewhere in Detroit. Chris is jumping up and down at the corporate offices. As the best bet as well will be Clint Capella. Over 30.5 points, rebounds, assists, mostly because there's nobody else. Steve Merrill, he likes the Miami Heat here, plus 11 tonight in his best bet. Another Class A team off a loss. How about the Jazz, 9.5, taking down I believe the New Orleans Pelicans there. While Kevin Dolan, man, he gave you two dogs tonight. He gave you the damn Houston Rockets and the Magic. Now, if that is not just a dream dog sandwich, I don't know what is. Plus the Timberwolves at 2.5 tonight, or 3 even in some spots. Minnesota and the Clippers, late night special. That is his best bet. And our contrarian play of the day, the Miami Heat, plus 11 at the Golden State Warriors. You heard these guys tell you it is $9 Monday, which means $9 best bets, guys, are available. They are locked and loaded at WagerTalk.com. All you have to do is head on over there and visit Andy Lang, Steve Merrill, and Kevin Dolan, guys. 3 of the hottest guys in the association right now. Make sure you check it out over at WagerTalk.com. And there you go. We are off and running into 2022 here. Big card in the association. Make sure you hit that bell in the upper right-hand corner. Come back and join us again tomorrow. More NBA talk here on the NBA Tip-Off Show. And until then, on behalf of Andy Lang, Steve Merrill, and Kevin Dolan, best of luck with your plays tonight, guys. We'll see you again tomorrow. Good luck.
Have you ever wanted to create your own handicapping dream team? You can now build your own superstar handicapping lineup using our Pick Your Team program at both WagerTalk.com and SportsMemo.com. Even more exciting, until Sunday, January 16th at midnight, you can save 15% off your Pick Your Team using coupon code PYT15 when checking out. Dave Koken, Marco D'Angelo, and Ralph Michaels, John Ryan, Joseph D'Amico, and Rocket Man. The combinations are endless, and you can choose up to 5 handicappers. You start saving once you choose any 2 handicappers of your choice, and you can pay as little as under $6 per handicapper. Who will make your dream lineup? Just go to WagerTalk or Sports Memo, click Pick Your Team, and personally hand-select your handicapping roster. Don't forget, coupon code PYT15 will expire January 16th, so make sure to get your 15% discount.